Yorozu-chan. Yorozu Deposit Company. That was definitely what the sign out front of the warehouse-like building said. The way it was in gold relief was extravagant, to the point that it seemed slightly tasteless. Haruhiro had made it there without getting lost, so that put him in a bit of a better mood. The problem was, he was still famished. If he didn't get his money changed here, rush back to the skewer cellar and chow down on some nice meat skewers, he was gonna die. Entering through the front door, he reached an open hall with a counter at the end of some steps. A short line had formed at the counter. He got in line, waited, and soon enough someone called, "Next!" And there was Haruhiro's turn. Across the counter from him was a massive leather chair, and in complete contrast to its size, there was a girl of about 10 plopped down on it, sitting there boldly. Wearing a gaudy red and white outfit accented with gold, she had gold-rimmed glasses, a golden pipe on top of that, and an attitude to match. The girl held the pipe in her mouth, taking a puff as she scrutinized Haruhiro. "You're a new face. Is this your first time here?" "Yes," he replied, feeling somewhat pitiful. "To think he'd have to be so polite to a little girl." Haruhiro cleared his throat. "It's my first time here, so from the look of you, I'd say you're a volunteer soldier trainee." "I see. A newbie, huh?" The girl slapped her raised thigh. "I am the Yorozu, the fourth Yorozu. As has been customary for the Yorozu, I know my clients' names, faces, balances, and transactions histories. Keep a ledger because others are not blessed with the Yorozu's good memory." "Ah, I'm Haruhiro." "I see." The Yorozu leaned forward, opened the ledger book on the counter, and wrote something in it with a feather pen. "There. Now you may make deals with the Yorozu Deposit Company." When he took a peek at the ledger, Haruhiro saw his own name written in a beautiful flowing script across a nearly blank page. Raising his eyes, he saw the Yorozu's face up close. She was short, but she couldn't actually be 10 years old. Maybe she was a little older than that. When he looked closer, disregarding her bizarre apparel, she had a well-defined nose, blue eyes that reminded him of fine glasswork, and plump red lips. She was quite the young beauty. "What?" She made a sour face and turned to the other side. "The Yorozu's face is not something to be gawked at, insolent one." Sorry. "I will say this for your benefit," the Yorozu said, pointing her pipe at Haruhiro's face. "The fourth Yorozu is young, but flawless as a Yorozu. Should you show me disrespect, you will pay for it dearly. You would do well to remember that. Also, Haruhiro, I shall remember you henceforth as the insolent one." "I'd really rather you forgot that." "Impossible. The Yorozu is a Yorozu, and so I cannot forget. If I were to forget, the Yorozu would have to cede the Yorozu position to the next Yorozu. Such is the code of the Yorozu." "It sounds kinda tough, being a Yorozu," Haruhiro said, looking around the hall. Perhaps by coincidence, Haruhiro was the only customer at the moment. He didn't see anyone who looked like an employee either. "Could it be that you want the deposit company by yourself?" "Of course not. The Yorozu is the symbol of this company, as well as its chairperson and president. For the transportation of items and money, appraisals, warehouse management, and other duties, we employ a large number of clerks and apprentices. Do you know what sort of business this company does?" "Well, I hear you take deposits of money, and you can act as a money changer." "We handle more than just money. This company can take deposits of items as well. If your deposit is money, the deposit fee is 1/100th of the total. If it is an item, the deposit fee is 1/50th of the appraised value of the item." 1/100th. So if I leave 100 copper coins at her, she'll charge me one for the privilege, huh? Kinda expensive, isn't it? "If you feel that way," Yorozu said, drawing a long puff from her pipe, "you simply need not make a deposit. It matters not in the least to our company. Though, as a Yorozu, I will say that you, as a volunteer soldier trainee, will gradually come to understand how useful our company is." So, what business have you come for today, insolent one? Insolent one. He wondered if she was going to keep calling him that forever. Ho Hiro withdrew one true silver coins from his pouch. I came because I wanted to convert these copper coins. Incidentally, all money changing is provided as a wonderfully fee service. So your two silver coins will get you 200 copper coins. Do you understand how bulky all those coins will be, insolent one? Ah, how Hiro caught the copper coin that the paunchy man at the doorway's skewers had shown him. It had been a pretty small coin, but 200 of them would add up to a good weight. I see. Carrying around a large amount of money is a hassle. That's why people pay the deposit fee to deposit it here, huh? Well, there you have it. Furthermore, the Yolozu can calculate down to 1/100th of a copper instantly. So, if you leave just one copper coin with us, your deposit fee will be 1/100th of a copper. The Yolozu will remember this and also note it down in the ledger. When it accumulates to a full copper, the amount will be taken from your funds on deposit. So you need to try to get clever by depositing your copper at 99 at a time. Basically, you're telling me there's no cheating the system. I get it. Haruhiro laid one silver coin down on the counter. Okay, I'll have one silver converted then. Very well. The Yolozu struck a bell sitting out on the counter with her pipe, and a young boy in sparkling silver clothes came out from a door in the back. Yolozu didn't spare a glance in the boy's direction before gesturing with her fingers for him to do something. When she did, the boy silently bowed, headed back to the door, then returned shortly with a black tray. Atop the tray were copper coins. The boy left the tray on the counter and took his leave. 100 copper coins. You may take them, insolent one. Can you drop the insolent one thing already? Haruhiro muttered as he took the coins and slid them into his pouch. The coins were about the size of the tip of his little finger, but with 100 of them, the pouch was stuffed full. It's pretty bulky. It might not fit in my pocket like this. Yolozu snorted smugly. I could take a deposit for you right now if you like. Insolent you may be, but our company makes a policy of treasuring all its customers. Nah, I'm good for now. I can carry it in my hand. It's just a bit of a hassle. If you say so, the Yolozu took another puff on her pipe. Then come again when you need us, insolent one. Our company is open year-round, never taking a holiday. We are open from 7 in the morning to 7 at night. At any time for any purpose, I, the fourth Yolozu, will be waiting at this window to take your business. At any time, you say? What, you don't take lunch breaks? I do no such thing. The Yolozu is here from 7 to 7. This, too, is the code of the Yolozu. Well, aren't you a hard worker? Thinking she seems to have the ghetto, but it must be hard on a young girl. How he will when she leave the Yolozu Deposit Company, and his stomach rumbled. Meat. There were meat skewers waiting. Haruhiro rushed back to the skewers in the market, and after taking a deep whiff of the delectable scent, he bought himself a freshly cooked skewer. Unable to resist, he chowed down right there, and the savory taste and juiciness of the meat scored a direct strike on his brain. Delicious! After polishing off that first skewer in no time, he agonized over whether or not he should buy another. But after a grueling battle, his self-control won out. I don't care about Wanta, but I'll tell Shihoru and Yume, and I can come here again with them later. Haruhiro danced through the market in high spirits, then came to a sudden stop. Oh crap, this isn't the time to be munching on meat skewers. I need to be gathering information. He looked around the area, his eyes falling on an arch-shaped sign reading Flower Garden Road. A man in whitish clothes was walking from that direction. While the man wore a cape over metal armor, with a shield over his back and what looked like to be a sword at his hip, he had a different vibe from the guards at Tenburo Tower. Haruhiro had a vague sense that maybe, just maybe, he might be a volunteer soldier. He exhaled, he exhaled deeply, trying to compose himself. Then, psyching himself up a bit, he hailed him with a "Hey!" and the man stopped and turned in Haruhiro's direction. Need something? He asked. Well, excuse me, and sorry if I'm mistaken, but are you a volunteer soldier, perhaps? Yes, I am. Why? The man said, blinking a few times before breaking into a smile. Oh, could it be your volunteer soldier trainee? Ah, yes, yes, I am. I just became one. I don't know what to say. I barely know left from right at this point. So I was hoping it's like that for all of us at Force. I know you feel lost, but step by step, if you keep on moving forward, you'll gradually find your way. Is that just how it is, you think? But still, I'm feeling really uncertain about where I head from here. I understand, the man said, nodding with a gentle smile. However, this experience you're going through now is something you'll be able to put to use later. If you can't grope around blindly in the darkness, you'll never be able to reach anywhere. Is that how it is? No, I mean, if you don't mind, could you? I'm Shinohara from Orion. Oh, I'm Haruhiro. Haruhiro-kun, the members of Orion are often at a place called Sherry's Tavern. If something comes up, please come find us there. Huh. Yeah, Sherry's Tavern, was it? Oh, Orion. Yes, I wish you luck, Haruhiro-kun. Until we meet again. Shinohara left, leaving behind only the bright, refreshing air he had brought with him. Did I just fail at gathering information? Haruhiro hung his head. He should have stopped him and been more insistent, but it had felt like he was being rejected gently but formally. The man might not have seemed it, but perhaps he was a bit mean-spirited, or maybe he, as one with more experience, had been trying to teach Haruhiro something. A tavern, huh? Haruhiro looked skyward, narrowing his eyes at the glare of the sun. He wasn't sure, but it felt too early to be visiting a tavern. Walking down Flower Garden Street for lack of any better options, he looked about for anyone who might be a volunteer soldier. He passed a few, but they all either glared at him as their eyes met, had blatantly frightening faces, or looked like ruffians. Not the kind of people he could bring himself to call out to. I'm already getting tired of this. As he exited Flower Garden Street, Haruhiro crouched down at the side of the road. There was a flower bed and a number of large buildings that looked to be boarding houses. He stayed there, unmoving for a while. Maybe if he stayed like this, someone would come up and see if he was alright. He wasn't doing it with that sort of ulterior motive, though. Well, maybe he was, just a little. Maybe I've been a little naive. But I can't help that, can I? I mean, I don't even know where I am. I mean, not remembering anything but my name? It makes no sense. Then I suddenly became a volunteer soldier trainee or something. Like, what even is that? While I stood around, all the capable looking people took off. I can't even rely on any of the ones who stayed. I can't rely on myself either. Despite that, I somehow got stuck having to gather information all by myself. And that's not going well at all. Of course I'd lose my nerve after all that. What's wrong with losing my nerve? It wouldn't be strange at all for me to give up into despair. I know. I'll go eat another skewer. I'll eat as much as I can by myself. Not just meat skewers. I saw plenty of other tasty food around the market. I'll try every last one of them. When night comes, I'll hit a bar. There's got to be a place somewhere for girls to pour my drinks for me. Any kind of booze. I'll drink it. I'll play around. I'll just screw around until the money runs out. Haruhiro stood up. Haruhiro stood up. Not that I'd actually do that. He couldn't bring himself to be optimistic, but giving in to desperation was just as hard. He went back through Flower Garden Street to the marketplace. Well, now what? Back to the front of the office? I have practically nothing to show for my effort, but it's been a while. Everyone's gotta be hungry. If I want to get them fed, we'll have to go to the Yolo's deposit company and get their money converted there. When he thought about it, what he'd learned about the Yolozu was valuable info. He had met Shinohara, too. Looking for Sherry's Tavern as a group once they'd eaten was an option. Besides, it wasn't like how he needed to do all the work by himself. Yeah, yeah, that's right. Everyone's got a stake in this. On that note, he decided to return to the office in high spirits. But how odd. Though he was heading in the right direction, judging by the location of Tenboro Tower, no matter how many corners he turned, he didn't see the office. Am I lost? I don't want to, but I kind of have to admit it. What else can I do? Haruhiro headed towards Tenboro Tower. Once I get to the plaza, I'll carefully check my route. The road I first came to the plaza through was, if I recall, that one. If I go down it, I can get back to the office. I think. Probably? No, hold on. Was it really that road? Or the one over there? Maybe I'm wrong. Am I wrong? Which one was it again? I'm not sure anymore. This is bad. Haruhiro! Someone called out. Huh? He hadn't imagined anyone would call his name, so he was pretty shocked. The voice's owner looked like he had a halo of light behind him. That was an optical illusion, of course, but the smile of the man who waved to him had rushed over was truly radiant. Manato! Haruhiro cried, rushing over to the man. Manato! I'm trying to make my way back to the office, but I can't find it. Meeting you here feels like stumbling across the Buddha in hell. You're exaggerating, Manato said, looking around. Haruhiro, are you alone? Are there any others? Yeah, Ranta, Shihoru, and Yume are in front of the office, or should be. Shihoru started crying, see, and after that we agreed that I was going to go gather information while they waited here. There. Oh, so that's it. So you figured out a bunch of stuff and you're on the way back now? Well, Haruhiro scratched his neck nervously. He wanted to show off a little, but if he lied now, the truth would come out in no time, so there probably wasn't much point. I don't know that anything I figured out counts as figuring stuff out. What was there? The Yorozu Deposit Company, maybe? Yorozu Deposit Company? I don't know about those yet. No way, seriously? It's a place you can deposit your money or have it converted. It seemed kinda important. Oh, also, there was a good meat skewer place in the market. Nah, that one's not so important. I took a peek at the marketplace a bit myself, so there are meat skewers there, huh? If they're as good as you say, I'd like to try one. I'll show you the place. I remember exactly where it was. Though I forgot the way back to the office. Okay, should we go together then? Manato said as if it was the most natural thing in the world. I was just thinking of heading back to the office. Huh? Haruhi was stunned silent. Sure, Manato had said see you all later before leaving the office, but hadn't that just been an ordinary Chona phrase, a polite way of saying goodbye? That was how Haruhiro had interpreted. Had he been wrong? Had Manato meant to come back to the office after gathering information all along? Something warm swelled in his chest. Manato said, "Hmm?" He cocked his head to the side a little. Is something wrong? No, nothing at all, actually, Haruhiro said, slapping Manato on the back. Let's go to the office. I don't care about Wanta, but I'm sure Shihoru and Yume are feeling alone and helpless. Yeah, Manato nodded and started walking. As he followed after him, Haruhiro was glad he had met up with Manato again. Manato strode along, showing no sign he wasn't sure of where he was going, down a path completely different from the one Haruhiro had been going on. Apparently, Haruhiro hadn't remembered the way back properly.